The woman in blue glared at me. "Tim Dline," she spat. "Where is he?" Her voice was sharp, cutting through the tense air like a knife. I could feel the weight of her stare, demanding answers I didn't have. I shrugged. Never heard of him. My voice was calm, almost indifferent, but inside my mind was racing. Who was this Tim Dline, and why was she so desperate to find him? Her eyes narrowed. "Don't play coy, you know him." Her words were laced with suspicion, and I could see the determination in her eyes. She wasn't going to let this go easily. She slammed a photo on the table, a younger Dline, smirking. The sound echoed in the small room, and I glanced down at the image. The man in the photo looked familiar, but I couldn't place him. She leaned in, breath hot on my face. "This is important." Her intensity was almost overwhelming, and I could feel her desperation. She needed answers, and she needed them now. Then, just as quickly, she backed off, disgust twisting her features. It was clear she didn't believe me, and her frustration was palpable. "Never mind, you're useless." She stormed out, leaving the photo behind. The door slammed shut behind her, and I was left alone with my thoughts and the image of the smirking man.
The photo left behind, slightly out of focus, seemed to mock me. Who was this man, and why was he so important? Showing a younger Tim Dline lighting a cigarette. The lighter's flame flickered, casting shadows on his face, with a Zippo lighter with a smirk on his face. That smirk, it was as if he knew something I didn't, a secret that was just out of reach. Outside, the city had become a nightmare. Buildings crumbled, fires raged, and the air crackled with energy. Screams echoed through the shattered streets. This was beyond line. This was different.
I had to move. My apartment was no longer safe. I grabbed my backpack, stuffing it with essentials: water, protein bars, a first aid kit. My fingers closed around the familiar weight of my Beretta 92 FS. Not enough, but it would have to do.
A monstrous shape, all teeth and claws, emerged from the shadows of a crumbling storefront. Its eyes glowed with a malevolent light, casting eerie reflections on the shattered glass. It exploded from the storefront, scattering debris in every direction. I ducked behind a toppled bus, my heart pounding in my chest like a war drum. This was no ordinary riot. It was chaos incarnate. The streets were filled with overturned vehicles, and the distant sounds of screams echoed through the concrete canyons.
I squeezed off 2 shots, the muzzle flash briefly illuminating the night. The beast roared in pain, its attention momentarily diverted. Seizing the opportunity, I scrambled through a shattered window, ignoring the shards biting into my skin. The adrenaline coursing through my veins dulled the pain. Another monstrous shape, vaguely reptilian, lumbered through the street. Its scales shimmered under the flickering green sky, casting an otherworldly glow on the desolate urban landscape. The creature moved with a slow, deliberate menace, each step sending tremors through the ground. Its scales glowed eerily, reflecting the chaos around it.
I held my breath, hiding behind the overturned bus. The monster's claws scraped against the pavement, a chilling reminder of the danger lurking just beyond my fragile cover. Gunfire erupted from a nearby building.
I raced towards the sound, hoping for allies.
A group of figures in black tactical gear returned fire from a stairwell, their faces grim under night vision goggles. SWAT.
About time. We've got hostiles, and something much worse.
He pointed to a hulking dinosaur bearing down on them. The building was a skeleton. Bombed and broken, it clawed at the night sky. Moonlight filtered through the shattered concrete, casting long, eerie shadows. Dust swirled, thick and choking. The air was heavy with the stench of decay and something else, something primal. Outside, the city burned. Explosions echoed in the distance, a symphony of destruction. The T-Rex let out a deafening roar, a sound that shook the very foundations of the building. It was my only hope. The M16, customized for this insane war, felt woefully inadequate against this prehistoric behemoth. The T-Rex lunged, the monstrous form shifted, revealing scales the color of fire and teeth that glinted like obsidian daggers. The beast lowered its head, sniffing the air. Its hot, fetid breath washed over me, smelling of decay and raw meat. Its hot, rancid breath filled my nostrils as it stalked closer. I raised my rifle, my finger trembling on the trigger.
raised my Beretta and fired.
Smoke began to clear, revealing the fallen giant. The warehouse reeked of blood and ozone. The air was thick with the metallic tang of fear, mingling with the acrid scent of burnt machinery. Shadows danced on the walls, cast by the sporadic flashes of alien weaponry. The place felt like a graveyard of forgotten battles, each corner hiding a story of its own. Two crimson eyes, burning like hot coals, emerged from the shadows. Alien weaponry lit up the darkness as she ducked behind a stack of crates. Her ears ringing, her body a tapestry of aches and bruises. The sound of plasma bolts whizzing past her head was deafening, each shot a reminder of the peril she was in. She could feel the heat of the blasts, the energy crackling in the air, making her skin prickle with static.
I had lost track of the SWAT team somewhere in the chaos. The last I saw of them, they were being overwhelmed by the sheer number of alien forces. Their shouts and commands were drowned out by the cacophony of battle, leaving me isolated and vulnerable. I had to rely on my instincts to survive.
Two figures materialized from the smoke, a hulking alien with a plasma rifle and Tim Dline, a manic grin plastered on his face. The alien's eyes glowed with a menacing light, and Dline's grin was unsettling, a mix of madness and triumph. It was clear they were working together, a formidable duo in this nightmarish scenario. He was clearly in his element. The chaos seemed to fuel him, giving him a sense of purpose and power. His movements were calculated, each step taken with confidence, as if he had orchestrated the entire scene. It was a chilling realization that he thrived in such